Good morning, everyone. Myself Shlokeshwani, and today I am here to explain you the process of explain you the concept of compound. About elements, I have previously explained in my before one video, which is elements in compound past part one. You can check out my video on the same channel, Fun with Science. Okay, if you want to learn deeply about elements and many more things related to elements. Here, today we are going to discuss about compounds. First of all, what are compounds? Compound is any substance that is made up of two or more elements. When two or more elements combine, they form compound. ठीक है? Only in fixed ratio by mass, fixed proportion by mass. When they two or more elements combine in fixed proportion by mass, then only they can form compounds. Okay. See, now we are coming on characteristics of a compound. Chemical combination. Elements in a compound are held together by chemical bonds. Okay, they are always held together by chemical bonds. Okay, right now you will not learn about chemical bonds and etc. You will learn in higher classes, but for now you should just remember this term chemical bonds so that you can use it properly in definition. Fixed proportion. Before explaining the definition, I would like me to explain you this property with the help of example. See, in this whole video, I will be taking examples of H2O, example of H2O only. Why? Because I want to give you relevant and relatable examples so that you can understand the things and grasp it easily. See, H2O. Let's say in H2O, 2 gram of hydrogen is there and oxygen is 16 gram. Now you have to find its ratio. You all know how to find ratio. 2 ones are 8s are. Now ratio is 1:8. Okay. So they are always present in 1:8 only. You cannot change the proportion. Okay. So here this thing is only mentioned. The elements are always present in definite proportion by mass. They are always present in definite proportion by mass. For example, in H2O, the ratio of hydrogen to oxygen is always 1/8 by mass. I have explained you the same thing by doing the whole process. Okay. Now, next topic is new property. New property we say, before I explain this, again one example is there, H2O, same example. See, hydrogen has different property, oxygen has different property. Hydrogen is a combustible substance. Combustible substance means it can burn. Hydrogen can burn. Sorry, combustible gas. Oxygen, it supports combustion, means it supports the process of burning. It supports the process of burning. But when hydrogen and oxygen react, they form water. Water, which is used to extinguish fire. Hence, it does not support burning. Okay, it is used to extinguish fire. Extinguish fire. So what is proved? That a compound water, here the example is water, any compound. Okay, we are talking in general, but with the help of an example. A compound, here the compound is water, it has entirely different properties from its constituent elements. Understood na, that compound which is water has different properties from its constituent elements, which were hydrogen and oxygen. Okay. Separation. How can the constituent element of a compound be separated? How can they be separated? They cannot be separated by physical methods. Like what are physical methods? Filtration, evaporation, sedimentation, and decantation. They cannot be separated by these methods, physical methods. But they can be separated by some chemical method or electrochemical methods. Now chemical methods, some of the chemical methods, so you know, है ना? But what is electrochemical method? This is the first time which you are hearing electrochemical method. See, electrochemical is nothing such a rocket science, but if you will understand it properly, you will get to know what is electrochemical. The most common example of electrochemical is electrolysis. The most common example of electrochemical process is electrolysis. Electrolysis. Now what happens in that? Let me explain you with the help of a drawing. See, let's suppose it's your beaker. This box kind something is a beaker. Now inside the beaker, two test tubes are poured. Means they are kept upside down. ऐसे ठीक है, they are kept upside down. Now what happens? This whole beaker is filled with water. Means not whole, half of the beaker is filled with water. Now what we will do? First of all, with the help of positive wire is of red color. So we will use red color here. And okay, then next side we will use black color because we have to use a negative wire. And here battery will be there. What will be there? Battery will be there. See, like this some battery will be there. About which you will, this is not in your syllabus that much, but still I am explaining because if you will understand it properly, you will get to know. Okay, this water which is present here is acidic water. Why is it acidic water? Because it contains sulfuric acid. Okay, let me write it here. It contains sulfuric acid, which I am not writing the name. I can write H2SO4. Chemical formula of sulfuric acid. Okay, now what will happen? When we will pass electricity to water, okay, this side is positive, this side is negative. So this positive side is called anode, negative is called cathode. So when we pass electricity to water containing a bit of sulfuric acid, bubbles of gases are formed on both of the sides. This side also bubbles of gases are formed, this side also. After that, here in the positive side, which is anode, oxygen will be formed. Negative side, hydrogen will be formed. Like this, you can separate the constituent element of a compound, which is H2O water. I hope you understood, but not. If not, then again I am explaining. See, when you pass electricity to a water, containing a bit of sulfuric acid, bubbles of gases are formed on either of the side. On both of the sides, bubbles of gases are formed. The positive side, which was anode. Negative side, which was cathode. In positive side, oxygen is formed. Negative side, hydrogen. Like this, you can separate the constituent element of a compound, which is water. Okay. Chemical formula. Right now, use the chemical formula of sulfuric acid. But only sulfuric acid's chemical formula is not there. Many more things are there. So, see. First of all, a chemical formula represents the element that make up the compound and the exact number of atoms present in one molecule. Now, numbers of atoms present in molecule, it is a very long sentence. You can just short it by writing it gives us the exact atomicity. Why? Because number of atom contained in an object. एक ऑब्जेक्ट में जितने भी एटम होते हैं, to that we call atomicity. That is referred as atomicity. Okay. Now, here we are going to learn about chemical compounds. First, structural representation from the text only. Water. Water consists of two atoms, those are hydrogen, and one atom of oxygen. Okay. Two atoms of hydrogen, which is H2, one atom of oxygen. But if we are going to talk about how many molecules, then you will write one molecule of hydrogen and 0 molecules of oxygen. Why? Because when two atoms combine, the two are atoms, they form one molecule. Okay. So if two atoms are there, then one molecule will be formed. Why? Because two atoms, when they combine, they form one molecule. Okay. But since we are learning about elements, atoms here. So so concentrate on them properly. Next is carbon dioxide. The CO2 consists one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen. One atom of carbon, है ना? We generally don't write one, and two atoms of oxygen. Common salt, which is NaCl, sodium and chloride. It consists one atom of sodium, one of chloride. That chlorine. Nothing is written, so means one atom of sodium, one atom of chlorine. Okay. Now table. This table you have to learn the chemical formulas. Either you can learn its element present and then make up the formula and by learning the atomicity also, or you can just directly learn the chemical formulas and write the elements present. So let me explain. Water. Water is H2O. Water is H2O, which contain the elements hydrogen and oxygen. Number of atoms of hydrogen is 1. Number of atoms of oxygen, sorry, hydrogen was 2, oxygen is 1. Carbon dioxide formula CO2. Here one mistake is there, that these two are written as superscript, but they should be written as subscript. Means that it is a digital fault, so don't think like it is written wrong, but it should be used as a subscript. Okay, like this. So you should understand this. Okay. Now carbon dioxide, carbon and oxygen, these are the elements present. One atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen make up carbon dioxide. Okay, they make up carbon dioxide. Sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is you can mean that sodium chloride means that common salt. Okay, it means common salt. Elements present are sodium and chlorine. Number of atoms of sodium is 1. Chlorine is also 1. Now one thing in your mind would be coming, that sodium to starts with S, but why here it is written Na? So Latin name, symbols of some elements are formed based on their Latin name. So Latin name of sodium is natrium. So now based on its Latin name, we have taken Na, and that is the formula NaCl. Na refers to sodium. Hydrogen chloride is HCl. It is, the elements present are hydrogen and chlorine. Number of atoms of hydrogen is 1 and chlorine is also 1. Ammonia is NH3. Ammonia is NH3. So what are the elements present in ammonia? The elements present in ammonia are nitrogen and hydrogen. 1 atom of nitrogen and 3 atoms of hydrogen. This will be written as NH3. Okay, NH3. Then methane. The chemical formula of methane is CH4. Here again 4 should be used as subscript. Elements present are carbon, hydrogen. Number of atom of carbon is 1 and hydrogen is 4. Potassium oxide. Again you might think that why is it written as K here? The chemical formula is K2O. It should be K2O. And here again you maybe you people would be thinking that why is it written as K here? Okay, but the same potassium starts with P. So the Latin name of potassium is kalium. It is kalium. And we have taken its K, which forms symbol of potassium. Okay. Carbon monoxide. The chemical formula of carbon monoxide is CO. Elements present are carbon and oxygen. Number of atoms of carbon is 1 and oxygen is also 1. Sulfuric acid. Before telling about sulfuric acid, I would like you to tell you one fact. Sulfuric acid was the first ever acid discovered by us. It was the first ever acid. First ever acid. Discovered. Sulfuric acid. Okay. Sulfuric acid was the first ever discovered acid. Okay. Which acid was the first ever discovered acid? Sulfuric acid was the first ever discovered acid. Chemical formula. Chemical formula is H2SO4. It should be written as H2SO4. Okay. Again, that thing is there. Subscript, superscript mistake is there. Then elements present. Elements present are hydrogen, sulfur, and oxygen. 2 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of sulfur, and 4 atoms of oxygen form sulfuric acid. After that, we have iron sulfide. Chemical formula of iron sulfide is FeS. Again, you might think that iron starts with I, but why is it written as F? So, my dear, the Latin name of iron is ferrous. And since we have formed its chemical formula with the help of its Latin name, which is Fe, and sulfur is S, so that's why the chemical formula is FeS. Okay. Number of elements are iron and sulfur. Number of atom of iron is 1. Sulfur is also 1. Nitric acid. Chemical formula of nitric acid is HNO3. Again, that subscript, superscript mistake is there. HNO3. Atoms present are. This is the correct one. Atoms present are hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen. 1 atom of hydrogen, 1 atom of nitrogen, and 3 atoms of oxygen form up nitric acid. Magnesium oxide. Chemical formula is MgO. Magnesium and oxygen. Symbol of magnesium Mg and symbol of oxygen O. When they are combined, they form magnesium oxide. Okay. Then elements present are magnesium and oxygen. Number of atom of magnesium 1, oxygen is also 1. Silver chloride. Latin. Now here again you might think that why is it written as Ag? The silver to starts with S, but again the Latin name of silver is argentum. It's argentum. So here we have taken Ag, first and third word, which forms, and chlorine Cl, which forms AgCl. Now elements are silver and chlorine. Number of atom of silver is 1, and chlorine is also 1. Table sugar, which is sucrose. The chemical formula for it is C12H22O11. Again, that mistake is there. Here I am writing the correct one. It will be C12H22O11. This is the correct chemical formula of this. It is correct, but these numbers should be used as subscript, but they are used as superscript. Okay. These numbers are also correct, but their position is wrong. Okay. Now, elements are carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Number of atoms of carbon is 12, hydrogen is 22, oxygen is 11. Then calcium oxide is CaO. Element calcium and oxygen. Number of atom of calcium is 1, oxygen is also 1. Ammonium chloride is NH4Cl, which is nitrogen, hydrogen, and chlorine. Number of atom of nitrogen is 1, hydrogen is 4, and chlorine is also 1. If you want to take the screenshot of this whole table, you can take a screenshot. Okay, so I have removed that mark which I made Now, distinguishing elements from compound. Okay, understood that we are now explaining you the difference between elements and compounds based on the earlier section of your textbooks. The textbooks, according to textbooks, elements are the pure similarities, both are pure substances, but elements are made of only one kind of atom, and the compounds are made of different kind of atoms which are chemically combined. Okay, see, elements are not chemically combined, they are randomly used, like O2, ferrous, Fe, they are randomly used. But compounds are whenever we compounds are made, the atoms are chemically combined. Okay, for example of iron sulfide, FeS, they are chemically combined. Yes or no, they are chemically combined, then only they can be used as a compound. Okay, so this was all about compound. If you want to understand deeply about elements, you should reach out my video Elements and Compound Part 1, which is uploaded already at my channel Fun with Science. Now my work is done of explaining you. It's your time to revise and practice the questions. Okay, now I think it's time to say bye bye.